Today in this episode, we're going to be fixing this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure. You can see his head's a little loose. I got this at a local toy show that I just went to recently, and the guy actually just threw it in. I was actually going to buy it from him to do a repair video, and I don't even have this figure. This is Dirtbag. But I ended up buying a couple other things, and he ended up giving this to me for free. Now, the idea behind this is to try to take some limbs off of this and find out why it's broken, how it works, and then that way, if you guys ever want to fix your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if one of the limbs broke off, you kind of know what it looks like inside so that you know what you may need to do to fix it. So first of all, his head was detached. His head was just like that, but now that I open it up, you'll notice that this piece here, it looks like there was a piece here and a piece here, right here. And I think it looks like it was a ring of some sort. And the reason why I say that is because when I looked inside, which I'll show you here in a minute, the rest of the limbs, ball joints, are kind of attached inside with these rings, and I'll show you that here in a second. If we look inside the top here, you can see the other piece of that ring where the pieces are broken. So there's a post that is connected to the front and the back of this figure, and there's another one I think down here, and that post, when the figure is put together, the ring that holds this is put inside those posts, and then they fuse it together, and that holds the head, and it also holds the arms and the legs in, and I'll show you that here. So this guy also has a tail, and his tail is also kind of broken here. So let's see if I can get it to come out here. I'll take the tail off. There we go. So the tail just pops off. All of these limbs pop off because there's these little ball joints in there. So this piece here is also broken. You can see that that's broken too. Now this one I don't think I can get out. So that one doesn't come out. But if we pull the leg off, being careful not to break that ball joint, then we can clearly kind of see what's going on inside. So you can see the leg ball joints are connected together in a Y shape, and that is a circular part that goes inside the post, like I explained to you for the head. This one here is also has that round shape, and that has been broken off too. There's no plastic pieces inside, so this must have been, they must have been taken out at one time. This must have been glued in at one time, because I think that that is not a broken piece. Oh, it might be broken. Regardless, we have to get this in. And the only thing we're going to need today, which is going to be really easy to do, is we're going to need some super glue. I'm going to be using Gorilla Glue today. And we're just going to glue these in. We have to be careful not to glue anything that's supposed to move, and keep those articulated. So let's get into this, and I'll show you how it's done. It did come with two accessories too. I revealed that on my haul last week. So if you want to look at the haul, see what else I got at this toy show, you can. But I'm going to just put these over to the side. Let's see if we can get this thing fixed. So now that you know the construction of these figures, I'm assuming that they are all the same. But first of all, we have to glue this in. This is going to be the hardest part. So I want to get the hardest part over first, and then we have to let that dry. So first we got to get this kind of in a position where I can get some glue in there. I think for putting glue in there, it's going to be very precise so I don't get glue anywhere. I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to be using a toothpick. Now, because this ball end is going to have an articulated part on it, it needs to take lots of abuse. So I'm going to put some good amounts of glue on this. And I'm noticing that the post that it fits on is actually flat on the bottom. So this white piece here is also flat. So we want to get that glue in there on the flat part. And I'll put it on the sides too. The sides are actually flat on the white mechanism, but on the post is kind of round. But that glue will probably get in there and help hold it anyway. So I got to get that in there really hard, like just like that. Can you see that, how that's put in there? And I'm going to let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to actually hold it for a few minutes. I want that to be in there good so that it's with lots of pressure, so that that makes a good connection to that post. Now with the head, this post won't come out of the head that well. It's kind of in there. We'll probably heat that up, but I think I can do this without pulling that out. It'd be nice if I could pull it out, but actually I'm going to let this dry a little bit first, and then I'm going to come back and we'll do the head joint. All right, so the tail portion of it seems to be pretty dry. It's been sitting there for a while. The tail kind of goes off to the left a little bit, so we're going to pop that back on. We'll pop on the left leg while we're at it. And there we go. So there he is there. Now we got to get to the top part. Now you could put glue on the head portion of it first and then work your way in there, but I would end up getting glue all over this and then fusing the head or gluing the head to the neck. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the toothpick method again, and I'm going to go in there, and mostly the portion that I want to glue, let me see, I got to make sure I put this in right. Yeah, so that's how it's supposed to go in, like, that's how it needs to go in, like that. These right here are where they were connected. So the sides here are where they were connected to the inside there, if you look inside there. Makes sense for it to go in like this. The trick is going to be to get it exactly where it needs to go. That's why this needs to be in the right angle. If that doesn't go in right, then it's not going to glue very well. All right, so I think I have it positioned. It's ready to go. I'm going to put the glue inside there. I want to glue this part and these two side pieces. And I might actually put some glue right here too, but in the inside. So we're going to put a whole bunch of glue in there. I don't want to get too messy. I could put it in like that and squeeze it, but then it could drip down underneath and then glue the body together. So and glue the limbs in one place. So we don't want that either. So let's get this, all kinds of glue on that. We've got lots of room to fit this in there, so it shouldn't be an issue. And we can apply this as many times as we need to. And that seems to be lots of glue now. I did make a mistake and I got some glue on the inside there, so that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to glue the head in there, so we can clean that off really good. All right, now let's get the head in there. So I want to fit this in straight in like that. I'm just going to hold this for a few minutes. And hopefully that will hold. I let it sit overnight because I really wanted those glue joints to be really tough. I know it was Gorilla Glue, but sometimes if you just leave it overnight, then it really sets really well. I put a lot of glue in there, and I think I got some good connections. The neck seems to be really good. Turns, not loose anymore. It's nice and tight. You can see on the joint there. And I got the leg back on, and we've got a nice tight joint. You can hear that on the tail. It seems like it's going to hold really well. There you go. That's my step-by-step repair video for TMNT figures. This is a Playmates figure. I think this one was released in 1990, 1991. I'm pretty sure that the construction of this figure is pretty standard with most of these Playmates figures. So you should be able to fix any Playmates figure that has these problems. And at least if they have different problems, you're going to know what you're in for when you try to fix this thing. There are no screws or anything, so you pretty much have to work with taking the limbs off and figuring out what's broken inside it and then fixing it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you learned something from that. That's all my channel is all about, is showing toys and showing what I've been buying and reviewing toys that I like, and fixing toys and giving you guys an opportunity to see how that's done if you've never done before. Or sometimes I like to watch videos just for the entertainment of it, not that I'm going to do it myself. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.